The other day I was watching Boys in the Hood and I was curious how much the homes were back then in those neighborhoods because Trey's mom was a single mother and she had this house, and his dad was a single father and he had his own house, and Doughboy's mom was a single mother and she had her own house. And it's just difficult now to do that kind of thing. So I was curious what the home prices were back then and what they are now. Boys in the Hood was filmed in this neighborhood in South LA, and this house is in the same neighborhood as Trey and Doughboy's house. And it is $640,000. And in 1990, it was $100,000, which is 1 year before the movie came out. Here's another one in that neighborhood. It's $625,000. This is Doughboy's house, and it is $591,000 now. This is Trey's house, and it is now $619,400. And this is gentrification, right? And what I find so interesting is that Trey's dad, Furious, actually talked about their neighborhood being gentrified, possibly, and he was warning against gentrification of that neighborhood. And lo and behold, it happened to that neighborhood. Watch the clip.
Did you two knuckleheads come on? Why don't y'all take a look at that sign up there? See what it says? Cash for your home. You know what that is? It's a billboard for. What are y'all, Amos and Andy? Are you stepping and he's fetching? I'm talking about the message, what it stands for. It's called gentrification. It's what happens when the property value of a certain area is brought down. Huh? You listening? Yeah. They bring the property value down. They can buy the land at a lower price. Then they move all the people out, raise the property value, and sell it at a profit. Now what we need to do is we need to keep everything in our neighborhood, everything, black. Black owned with black money. Just like the Jews, the Italians, the Mexicans, and the Koreans do.
Ain't nobody from outside bringing down the property value. It's these folks shooting each other and selling that crack rock and shit.
Well, how you think the crack rock gets into the country? We don't own any planes. We don't own no ships. Well, we are not the people who are flying and floating that shit in here. I know every time you turn on the TV, that's what you see. Black people selling the rock, pushing the rock, pushing the rock. Yeah, I know. But that wasn't a problem as long as it was here. It wasn't a problem until it was in Iowa and it showed up on Wall Street where there are hardly any black people. Now, if you want to talk about guns, why is it that there's a gun shop on almost every corner in this community?
Why?
Tell you why. For the same reason that there's a liquor store on almost every corner in the black community. Why? They want us to kill ourselves. You go out to Beverly Hills, you don't see that shit. But they want us to kill ourselves. Yeah, the best way you can destroy a people is you take away their ability to reproduce themselves.
Yeah.
Who is it that's dying out here on these streets every night? Y'all.
Yeah.
Young brothers like yourself.
It's so interesting that Furious predicted the exact thing that was going to happen to that very neighborhood. It's also interesting that Christian evangelical kids were not allowed to watch this movie. I was not allowed to watch this movie because of the swearing or whatever, the language. But white evangelical Christians are exactly who needed to watch this movie. It's on Netflix right now. Watch it again because I haven't seen it in a long time and it gave me a new perspective that I didn't have before.